Pop goes the jar of names. Right, let's pick a name for this week. Let's go with this one. Alright, I've got one. Okay, so this video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Skeptic Underdog. Right, okay, so welcome to this week's Cup of Tea podcast. Where's my cup of tea for this podcast? It is here. Good love, a good brew. Right, okay, so welcome to Magic May still. We're still in Magic May, the last week of Magic May. It's not really magical anymore, it's just called Magic May because alliteration is cool. And if you want to skip ahead in this podcast, if you're bored of my voice, you can skip 2 points, which are TV time, which is a lot today, new LP, which is Let's Play, question, goals, comment of the week, and pictures, which I need to talk about now. It's not what I need to skip to. Yes, okay, so what is this week's pictures? I actually haven't need to load up my thing on here. Right, so what pictures have we got this week on this little video? We've got, obviously, 9. We have what's the time, the board thing I did. What's the time start, the start of the board. What's the time safe zone, the safe zone, the ending of it. What's the time board? Okay, so that's the board, and the other one was, the first one, what's the time, was the actual game playing it. And I've also got dice encounters, plus we also have, which I don't see anymore because I moved them around and they've completely gone. What did I call them? Thorn River, Blossom Tree, Black-beaked Swan, and Bog Forest or something like that. Yes, those are the pictures I got this week. Right, but shall we start off with what videos we had last week? I think we should. Let's do that first then, or next, should we say. So, we had a Cup of Tea in the podcast, episode 42, 13th of the 5th, 2015. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 22. Sheep Army's Tomato Pult. Oddworld, New and Tasty, episode 9. Flocking Fledglings. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 23. Dragonord, 55511's Chicken Sir Drake. Oddworld, New and Tasty, episode 10. Office Slicky and Sloggy. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 24. The Artist Cat. And Sibling Rivalry, episode 10. What's the time? Right, and let's start off with what we're going to got this week. So today, Monday, the 25th, we have a Cup of Tea in a podcast, episode 43, 25th of the 5th, 2015. There's a lot of 5s there. And then later today, we have Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 25, Summoning Maurice. And then we've got tomorrow, the last Oddworld video. It's Oddworld New and Tasty, episode 11, An Odd Kind of Freedom, which is actually very well titled. I usually have the titles linked to the first title of that Let's Play, and this one I obviously planned a while ago, but it actually links very much to what happened in the story. And then on Wednesday, we have Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 26, 40k Warrior Man's Chicken Turkey. And Thursday, we have the new episode of the new Let's Play, which we all know is Assassin's Creed. It's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, episode 1, Vittoria Agli Assassini. And then Friday, we have Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, episode 27, Gunpowder, Treason and Plot. Yes, and we have the obviously trusted video of the weekend, which we'll talk more about later because we won't spoil it just yet. Right, shall we go up into the updates? We shall go up into the updates. This week's update is about the new Let's Play. So, this week, like I said, on Tuesday, is the last Oddworld New and Tasty. It was surprisingly very quick. I didn't realise it was going to be so quick. I thought it was going to be next week, the next Let's Play, but no. So we finished it. You'll be able to witness that. It was quite a good ending. I like the story. I had to obviously cut out the music from the credits because it's a copyrighted track. I have got a Let's Play. No, I have got an annotation ready to go to point you to the music it was played so you can sort of listen to the music as well. So you're not missing out. I might do that if anything happens. Like, I might just do that because I feel like that's a safe way to do it without getting copyright infringement. But yes, that happens. And then once that's done, we have the new Let's Play starting on Thursday, which is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is an hour and 7 minutes, I think, long. It's very, very lengthy because I wanted to get to a certain point which was outside in the modern day times, and it took me longer than I thought. But we all love a bit of Assassin's Creed, I hope. I do, so hopefully you'll enjoy the an hour-long special, which I enjoyed. Yes, but I was going to say something else. What was I going to say? So what happened now is because I do 2 games, Game 1 and Game 2. Game 1 is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Game 2 is Tuesday and Thursday. Because Oddworld New and Tasty was still in the slot of Game 2, obviously the new Let's Play just starts with Game slot 2, straight away, because obviously it didn't change. But yeah, so not much changing there apart from what game it was. But yeah, excited for that. I can't wait. And the topic this week is about the new Let's Play as well, which is obviously Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's the game after Assassin's Creed 2. It's pretty much set straight after. Like you'll see when it happens, but we pretty much assume straight after the second one happened. And we'll be doing 100%. We're doing all the stuff in it. You know what I mean? Like getting everything. I actually think it's a toss-up between Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, my favourite ones in the series. I always say Assassin's Creed 2 But when I play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it always strikes me as more of my favourite than 2, so hopefully that'll happen. But yeah, everything's going to be returning. Shadow, hopefully, all the characters I made. We'll also be able to do pointing as well. That'll be returning, so pointers, get your pointing things ready. I don't know what pointing things you have, but those things ready. Yes, but that's going to happen. Right, this week's topic is TV time. Lots to talk about TV time. So, Atlantis on BBC One has finished. It was quite... Yeah, I suppose this last episode really sort of brought into my head how bad this is. Like, it's one of those guilty pleasure things. It's not decent television, it's just television that you like. It's like guilty pleasures. But yes, Atlantis is finished now. And by the way, the ending I mean is because... Spoiler, the main evil character died and then got brought back to life. Like, ugh. And when she came back into the city, they fled the city. Like, come on, stand and fight, you wimps. Ugh. But still, it was interesting. I like to watch it. But BBC have not picked it up for a season 3, so unless another channel picks it up, which Sci-Fi might, it's this that sort of thing, we won't be seeing it again. And they did leave it on a cliffhanger, but I'm not bothered if they don't bring it back, because there is a new BBC programme which I love on Sundays. It is quality television. It's a very good drama. It's based on magic. It's called Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. This actually starts in 4 minutes, so I'm going to try and finish this thing in 4 minutes, but I don't think I will be able to do. Oh well, I'll just have to reload it. But yeah, it's amazing. It's like early Victorian times, where magic has gone from the world apart from 2 magicians. One is a master, and the other one has just discovered he has the power, sort of thing. Like, he discovers it through Axe from the first one because he found a magic spell, but it's amazing. I love it. I can't wait to see episode 2. I've only seen episode 1. Episode 2 is tonight, so hopefully it'll be interesting. If you can watch it, watch it. It's a fantastic. What else happened this week? Game of Thrones was amazing. That's later today as well, which I'll watch that later as well. But that'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, so that'll be all right. But yeah, that's going good. I want to see Dany's storyline, because they sort of left it and they didn't show it last week, because she just like dropped a big bomb. So I'd like to see how that pans out, which is the spoiler, planned marriage thing. And also, it was the final of Arrow, which was okay. They sort of said that the Green Arrow costume is never coming. The Arrow costume is never coming back. So I think they're probably going to bring Oliver Queen back, and they're probably going to rebrand him as the Green Arrow, which is his full comic book title. And the Flash was good, although I'm very disappointed that we didn't get. It was a good episode, very good episode, but I was disappointed there wasn't more. But I didn't want it to leave on a cliffhanger. I wanted more. I wanted to find out what happened. But okay, we'll find out next season. I'll have to wait. Damn you, DC. Right, okay, let's talk about this week's community things. So this week's community things is Mention Monday. These are the people that commented on last week's videos. If you want to get Mention Monday or in the Jar of Names, post a comment between now and Sunday, because that's when I do the podcast. Right, so we have Dragonaut55511, Nick Pro, Mr. Dominic98, 40k Warrior Man, Horia, Mac Ravage, Malkin the Mage, and Vat Horse 2. So welcome to the newbies. And thank you everybody else thank you all to the veterans, should we say. Thank you all to the veterans. Right, and Q&A, what have we got? This week's Vat Horse 2 says, how does high schools work in England? Right, they're called secondary schools in England. How does it work? There are a few years. There is Year 7, Year 8, Year 9, Year 10, and Year 11. So it's 5 years in secondary school. You do SATs in Year 7, SATs in Year 9, which are like tests, like lower tests. And then you do GCSEs in, I believe, Year 11. And like that's in Year 10 and 11, you get to choose between what topics you study. And then after that's all done, you can choose to stay at school in something called sixth form, which is like a bit like college or the next step after secondary school, high school. I think in America you have to stay for sixth form, but you don't call it sixth form. Or you can either leave and go to college to study something more in-depth and detailed. And what else is there? And I think that's about it. After college or sixth form, you can go to university, and I think that's about it. I think that's roughly up to date and stuff like that. But yeah, Dragonlord55511 asks, "Hello, sir, JDTwoSixTwo. I have a question and a riddle for your question. This 1 minute. What is the traditional sweet dish in Britain served with cup of tea? Slice of cake, maybe." Because obviously that's where the name for this A Cup of Tea in a Podcast comes from. A cup of tea and a slice of cake was a saying from a TV show, so I sort of changed it to A Cup of Tea in a Podcast because. Why not? And the riddle is, what goes up and never comes down? Hint, it increases every year on people's birthdays. That's an easy one. It's age. Right, okay. What's next? And the communities, the question, it is subscribers. Right, this week's subscribers, we've gone up to 1,040. We did go down to 1,038, but we've gone back up thanks to these two people. But we have Ellison Bowen Phillips and Malkin the Mage. What a name. I love these names. Like 40k Warrior Man, Dragonlord555119, and Malakin the Mage. I love it. Unless it's Malk in the Mage. I'm not sure, but fantastic names. All right then, carrying on that. Thank you to some subscribers, and welcome to the community. What else we got? Question. Last week's question, sorry, was what would you like to name your cows? We have some spaces. 40k Warrior Man filled up the cow names. He made some backlogs because he knows that you can have more if no one else takes up all the space, if that makes sense. But he wants to name them Buttercup, Daffodil, Daisy, Blossom, and Rose. Yes, so we'll at the moment all those names have filled up the cow list. But like I said, 40k Warrior Man will only get multiple names if no one else claims the same amount of names. That makes sense. So like, speaking of a name, let's think of the new guy, Melikin the Mage. If he wanted a cow name, then I would have to take off Rose, because that would mean that would be 10 names, and I can't have 11, so I'd have to take one off. So that would go up to Blossom. But that's how it works. And obviously, if they both had 5 each, then they would both have the 5 names each. But if, say, one had 6, one had 5, they would both still get 5, because I'll take one of 40k Warrior Man's off. That makes no sense at all. Why am I talking about that? I'll carry on. But yeah, this week's question is the same one as last week. If you want a cow in Harvest Moon Back to Nature, let me know what his name is, and we'll add it to the list, because so far we haven't. I know some people probably want more, so I'll let you know now. And I also want you to go and check out of the community question from last week. I didn't put that on the beginning of the video, actually, but it's a question I would like answered, because it's for something I'm going to make, and you have a chance to be immortalised forever in my memories. Right, but this week's comment is from Horia. It's a timestamp of what I said in the video, and it says, JD.exe has crashed because I started off the video, if you remember, it was from an Oddworld video. I started off the video and I couldn't speak. It was like I started saying something, it was like, hello, you know, I got tongue-tied. So I quite find that funny, especially because I forgot what it was, and then I clicked on the timestamp and I remembered, and it was quite funny, so that's why it adds this week's comment of the week. It was a close-up between this one and Nick Pro's video where he commented when he said about the Sheep Army's tomato pult. It was a Call of Tomato, which was a very close second. I did have to think about it. This week's birthdays, as far as I know, no one's birthdays this week, but if you have a birthday, let me know and I'll add it to the list. And that is that done. Okay, so goals of the week. What were this week's goals? It's gone 9 o'clock now, so I missed the start of Jonathan Strange. I'll just reload it in iPlayer. But yes, this week's goal was to play Skyrim still. I've still been doing that. I'm still quite strong. Where am I now? I'm sort of flying through it, actually, which is quite good. I'm still looking at locations as I always do, and I'm at the North Shriekwind Bastion at the moment. So it's just, I'm playing. I know you can't see, but I'm just quickly going around what's going on. Looks like a nice place. This place I'm just turned up at. Doesn't look like there's any bad guys around. I'm not going to go inside just yet, though, because that will make a save file. But yeah, this one looks like it's linked to the south, whatever it was, Shriek Skull Barrel, whatever it's called. But it looks pretty big. Looks pretty interesting. But nothing here of interest at all. I've climbed up to the top of this building wee bit, and I can't find anything. Oh, apart from a load of loot. Ancient war axe, ancient Nord boots, a greater soul gem, not bad. An potion of extreme healing, and a horned drugger war axe. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. Nothing else there at all. Something actually I did find out in Skyrim, which I thought was quite interesting. I got to this place. I think it was. Let me have a look. It was a unmarked location. It was like an alchemist's base camp, and it was up a river. And it says in the book, in journal, it says, "Oh, I'm going down river tomorrow to see if I can find the source of this power or something." So you go down the river and you get to Evergreen Grove, and there's a dead alchemist in the middle of the lake, which I think is amazing. It's sort of linked together. I heard that The Witcher is like that, The Witcher 3, and I'm so glad that it's like that in Skyrim as well, because it's just an amazing sort of feat. That is, I love that. What else are the goals last week? It was to edit all the videos for the week. I'm doing that really well now, so I don't have to make that goal for this next week. And the other one, I think that was it. No, the other one was to finish quarter 2. I've done it. Whoa, something just ran up to me. It's Kajago. Hello, Catman. Goodbye, Catman. Yes. I mean, in Skyrim, not in real life. It was to finish quarter 2. Yes, I finished planning quarter 2, so now I'm working on something I like to call Let's Play Loot. It's something. It's basically how I create stories for all the stuff that I make. Like, you know, like these people like Shadow, Panel Pigeons, all that sort of stuff. I make like this thing called Let's Play Loot. It's where like I don't make stories, but I make things like items that will be added to a world where all my channel loot go, sort of thing. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but it makes sense if you look at it, which I'll probably show you sometime in the future. But it's basically just a way of me creating some sort of backstory for all this stuff, and I enjoy it. I like creating things. That's why I'm doing it. Yes, but what else have we got? I think that's about it. So next week's goals are to not start quarter 3 yet, because I'll do that next month, which is nearly here, but not quite. I'm going to say finish the Let's Play loot for Prince of Persia, because I'm sort of behind on that, so that's why I'm catching up again. Which won't take long at all. And then I'll say, edit the videos, which I won't do that because I'm doing it anyway. I really want to... I'll play Skyrim, continue to do that because I want to make sure I get into my daily routine. I want to say upload videos by a certain time, but I'm terrible at that. Let's say upload videos by 6 or 7 again. No, between 5 and 7. That's a 2-hour gap. It's usually probably going to be about 5:30 to 6, though. That's probably when they're going to be up. So if we say about that. So if we say about 6 o'clock, make sure the videos are up for about 6 o'clock, but it can be a little bit before, a little bit after. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, so hints. What was last week's hint? It was Mr. Wolf, because it was What's the Time, Mr. Wolf. And the next hint for this week is space, the final frontier. And, okay, let's do this then. So let's finish my cup of tea. Right, I'm now going to go watch Mr. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And, yes, I shall be back next week. So until we next meet, farewell. And what film? How?